My name is Yeshayahu. I'm 10 years old and I live in Israel. I'm an Orthodox Jew. Right now, me and my brother Shmaya are getting ready for a very special week. My big brother Elazar is up already. He's doing the morning ritual of the tefillin with my father. Studying the Bible is something my father does every day, and he's very strict about it. Mornings are very busy times in my house. My 3 sisters are getting ready for school. Dussie's 8 years old. She's the youngest in the family. Naomi's 15. She's the responsible one. Miriam's 12, and she's always got her nose in a book. And last but not least, here's Mom. And with 6 kids to feed, that means a lot of work and a lot of sandwiches. This week is a very important week in our family. My big brother Elazar has just turned 17. That means he's leaving home and going to yeshiva to devote his life to learning the Bible. There's nothing more important to my father than his children doing well in their Bible studies. So as you can imagine, it's very rare that me and Shmaya get a day off school. But today's one of those days. We're going to see my father perform an important ceremony in our religion. But first, he's taking us to the kollel. That's his school. Sounds funny? Well, for Orthodox Jews, learning and studying never end. On the door of every Jewish house, you'll find a mezuzah. We always kiss it when we go in and out. My father spends most of his day studying here in the kollel. In fact, you could say that studying is his job. I love learning. My brother and me also spend our days studying. I might be only 10 years old, but I go to school for 11 hours a day from 7 in the morning until 6 at night. That's why I never get any homework. Instead, it's the father's job to examine their children and make sure they are doing well in their studies. My father looks pleased. I guess I must be doing okay this week. My father is also a mohel. He performs the holy ceremony of the brith. Being a mohel runs in the family, and it's a great honor. So if we want to follow in his footsteps, we have to listen to him carefully. 8 days ago, a cousin of mine was born, and today will be his brith. In the brith ceremony, the mohel circumcises the baby, and that's when he really enters the Jewish faith. It's one of the most exciting days for every Jewish family. We believe that when the baby cries, the doors of heaven open and God can hear our prayers. Doing the brith demands lots of skill. It's going to be years before my father lets me do it. There you go, all over now. My dad really knows his job. In our way of life, boys and girls study separately. My sisters finish school every day at 2 o'clock, plenty of time to help Mom with the housework. In fact, from an early age, us children take part in the household chores, and the older kids are like parents to the younger kids. Dussie is only 8 years old, but when it comes to folding clothes, she's number 1. I wonder where my mom is. My mom, Sarah, is a housewife. Her life is devoted to our family. In her spare time, she likes to illustrate verses from the Bible. Hi, Mom. With such a large family to look after, it's not easy cooking, cleaning, shopping, being there for us. But Mom always says it's the greatest job in the world. And now it's dinner time. Like in every meal, Father begins with a blessing. Because there's so many of us and we all do things at different times, we only eat together as a whole family on the Sabbath and holy days. The rest of the time, we eat in shifts. But this week, because my big brother Elazar is going to the yeshiva, my parents are planning a really big family dinner. I love it when we all get to sit together. In Orthodox families, brothers and sisters share different rooms. Ever since I remember, me, Shmaya, and Elazar have shared the same room. It's going to be really weird without my big brother. The girls are already in bed saying their evening prayers. It may look a bit crowded, but sharing a room together really brings us closer as a family. Shmaya is not only my brother, but also my best friend. Bedtime. Time to thank God for a wonderful day. The big day is getting closer. We're in the market helping Mom to buy the food for Elazar's celebration. As well as all her other tasks, she also manages the family budget. At times like this, we all lend a helping hand. On holy days and special occasions, Mom always cooks fish. I really love Mom's cooking. The market is a really good place to buy Elazar a present. Miriam and Dasi decide to buy him a shirt. The men in our community only wear white shirts. Me, I don't know what to buy. All I know is that I want it to be something really special. Naomi and Shmaya stayed at home to practice for the celebrations. You won't find a TV in our house because our faith forbids it. We don't go to the cinema either. We make our own entertainment. Playing music is an important part of our family. My father says that it's an excellent way of praising God. With a bit more practice, I'm sure they'll be okay. Elazar is packing up to leave home. Being the eldest son in a Jewish Orthodox family is a big deal. He has to be an example to all his younger brothers and sisters. People marry young in our community, and going to the yeshiva is only one step away from getting married. I suppose it won't be long before he'll have a family of his own to take care of. I'm really proud of Elazar, but I can't help feeling a little bit sad. It's going to be a while before my big brother and me will have fun together again. Tomorrow is the big day, and I just can't sleep. Most of what I'm worried about is not having a very special present for Elazar. I know! Maybe Dad will have an idea of what to get him. Only a few people are allowed to copy out words from the Bible, and I'm proud to say that my father is one of them. It really is an honor. It's been done in the same way for centuries, with a quill pen and ink. You need a really steady hand because the words are so holy you can't rub them out and start again. I love to watch him. Writing like this can't be learned in school. It's passed down from father to son, and my father is more than happy to teach me. Hey, I just had a wonderful idea for Elazar's present. The day has finally arrived. There's lots of activity in the kitchen, with everyone lending a hand. We all have our part to play. Me and Shmaya have the important task of cleaning the flour and making sure it's free of bugs. Our family eats only kosher food and follows very strict rules in the kitchen. So my mother makes sure that my sisters are doing everything right. Now they are making the challah, the special Jewish bread served on the Sabbath and family occasions. There will be 10 people at the meal today, 8 of us and my grandma and grandpa. And if you think that's a lot, you're wrong. In our community, a family with 6 kids is considered small. Some families around here have 10, 12, and even 14 children. In our religion, having a large family is a blessing. If you ask me, I wouldn't have it any other way. And there they are, my grandma and grandpa. We don't see them very often because they live so far away. But on special days, they always visit. Half a year ago, my grandparents brought us 2 baby chickens. It is important to us to show Grandpa how well we took care of them. He's really pleased with us. It makes me very happy. Respecting your elders is a really important part of our tradition. In fact, the older you are, the more respect you get. Finally, our family are all together at last. My father gives his blessing to Elazar for success in his new life. It's funny, but I'd never seen Elazar look so serious. My mom brings in the challah she made with my sisters. I think it came out really nicely. As the head of the family, my father sits at the top of the table and my mother faces him. Before we start eating, each one of us gets a piece of challah dipped in salt so we can make a blessing. Mom always gets the first bit and then the rest of us. Beteavon, that's the Hebrew word for bon appetit. But before I eat, there's one thing I need to do. Elazar, congratulations! I just can't wait to see his face when he opens it. I hope he likes it. It's a family effort, a decorated blessing written in biblical letters done by Dad, Mom, and me. Something to hang in his room in the yeshiva and remind him of home. Like at the end of every meal, we sing songs, praising God and thanking Him for our health and happiness, and most of all, for our wonderful family.